Hello Aries, so I'm doing your weekly tarot from May the 26th to June the 2nd. Please do be made aware that there are currently a couple of people who are consistently cloning my channel, okay? So please do make sure that you're watching my readings from my channel, which is Phoenix Keia Tarot, okay? Any other channel that my readings pop up on and it's not in my name, then it's stolen content, okay? Right, so you have got for your situation enough. You were born enough. Now this comes as a timely reminder, Aries, that you are enough. Okay, you are plenty. You're more than good enough. Now usually whenever this message comes out, it indicates that someone's going through a bit of a difficult time, okay, especially where self-esteem is involved, okay. You know what other people are like? They're really good at making us feel like we're crap, okay. This one is saying, look, don't carry someone else's guilt or someone else's shortcomings as if it belonged to you. You are separate from other people, okay? You don't have to carry that crap. You're plenty good enough, right? The way that you apply yourself to everything on a daily basis is more than good enough, okay? Right, so let's find out what else. What else with this one? Metamorphosis, yeah. So either you're going through intense changes at this time or you might be needing to, okay? Again, just take it as it resonates, but it indicates that there are significant lifestyle changes that are on the horizon here with this one. It says power and strength lie within our surrender to change, okay? Now, obviously, because we're all human, we don't particularly like change very much. We might be able to do the change, but that doesn't mean to say that we enjoy it. And I'll tell you the secret behind why that is. The word change almost always implies that something's being taken away. It's just the way that our human brains work. The word change, right? It can sound scary, terrifying, all of those things that make us feel deeply, deeply uncomfortable because our brain thinks change. Something's being removed. Something's being taken away. I don't like that, right? Oftentimes, actually, change can indicate an addition to your life rather than something being taken away. So, keep an open mind with these changes that are going on here. Now, these changes, clearly, because of the message that it's come out with, this is a very positive, very beneficial change for you here, Aries, okay? With this combination, you are born enough, so surrender to the changes that are going on. Right, I'll see if I can get more information for you out on this one. Obviously, I am going to be a little bit limited because I'm not a psychic. I am an intuitive, okay? So I can only give you what I've got, all right? Okay, so can you tell us more about enough and these changes for Aries, please? Oh, okay. The Knight of Swords, and again, really strange way that that card wanted to come out of the deck. It was like just there, right? That can be like instant messages, instant communication. It's very direct information, okay? Very swift also. Now, I feel with this one, Aries, that that you're being advised to be direct with what it is that you're wanting to say to others at this time. You've got the moon that's coming out and it's ever so slightly, like really subtly off balance, right? That's it in the upright position. That's how it came out, ever so slightly off balance. So something is definitely making you feel a bit uncomfortable. Right, the moon can indicate fears, it can indicate secrets, sometimes dark secrets. it indicates that it's a very complicated situation. There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding your environment at this time. Okay, so whenever the moon comes out a little bit scattered like that, it's saying for you to for a part of your situation to take the wait and see approach. Okay, for a part of it. Clearly there is another part here that you can absolutely take control of, right? But there is something here to do with the situation that's not within your control. It is outside of your hands here, so take the wait and see approach when it pertains to that specifically. Okay. Now, they're also indicating with this combination, Aries, that this week you are feeling very, very driven. You're feeling very determined or passionate about something here. So you're taking that very direct approach, okay? Or you should take the very direct approach. Facing your fears head on here with this combination, okay? Right, why is this happening? Sharing. There is giving in receiving and receiving in giving. So that's the equivalent of the Six of Pentacles in traditional tarot, okay? Why is this happening? Because it's right, because it's fair, it's what should be happening. Now, I do feel, Aries, that you potentially have been giving to others far more than what you've been receiving. So things are balancing out here for you this week, okay? You've done the hard work, you've put in the graft, you've put in the time, you know, whatever the case is, and now you're receiving exactly what you should be receiving, okay? I am going to take these two. I do feel that it's necessary to take these two. The other cards that I dropped, though, I can tell the difference. The other cards that I dropped is not actually part of your reading. Okay, so don't worry about those cards. The High Priestess in the upright position, the Ten of Wands off balance, and a Three of Wands also off balance, right? Why is this happening? Because you're no longer going to be doing the lion's share of the work, basically, okay? The situation has been unequal or imbalanced or unfair for quite a long while here. And now it's gotten to the point where it's unsustainable. Okay, so you're working on sustainability. You're working on no longer carrying all of these obligations by yourself. Okay, I definitely feel like you're starting to unburden yourself, and it does feel emotional, it does feel mental, it feels like your workload in general also, okay? So in a professional sense of the word too, you're unburdening yourself because you've just been taking on too much here, and it has been stopping you from doing the things that you're wanting to do. It's been stopping you in a large part from having fun, from socializing, you know, from having playtime, anything like that, okay? So you're unburdening yourself this week. And that's the catalytic energy. And do keep in mind as well that catalytic energies, while difficult because they're catalysts, they are also very, very necessary. Catalysts are necessary agents for change. And you can see the change there with that metamorphosis. So in a roundabout way, the difficulties here with this Ten of Wands and the Three of Wands has forced you in a lot of ways to change things up, to do things differently, to change your habits, or to change your routine, change your workload, definitely, okay? So that's all being highlighted for you guys this week. It's like, exactly how much are you doing, and is that right? Is it correct? Is that fair? and then you making sure that it's a fair situation for all involved, okay? And then the High Priestess in the upright position, yeah. Very much tied into your own intuition. I feel also that this is saying that you're no longer remaining silent just to keep the peace, because it wasn't creating an atmosphere of peace for you or within you. So you're no longer remaining silent, okay? You're not bitter, you're not angry, you're not any of that. In fact, you're very focused. There's a very deliberate, very specific way here that you're doing things, okay? You're not one to fall into this trap of being overly emotional, right? You're being very precise and very deliberate with everything this week. Calculated almost, right? I know a lot of people use the word calculated with the negative connotations attached to it. I'm genuinely not feeling any sort of negative energies here surrounding reasons behind what you're doing, right? So it is calculated, but not in the manipulative sense of the word. It's just calculated. It's very thorough. It's very thought through, okay, without being emotional. What's going on in your blind spot, broken dreams? Only you can accept or reject your dreams, okay? So in your blind spot, Aries, here's the thing. It feels to me like there is a bit of a disappointment here around the corner, right? But you can determine as to whether or not it's going to ruin what you've been creating or what you've been trying to build, okay? Or you can decide, well, okay, that's a little bit inconvenient. I don't really like that, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to sort it, okay? You're the one that gets to decide as to whether or not something is over or if it can be repaired, okay? Now, broken dreams, honestly, Aries, it's been my experience that whenever this card comes out, it usually comes out off of the back of another person trying to shatter the dreams of whoever it is that I'm reading for, okay? And it indicates that you're not to allow anyone else to basically to stop you from doing what you have set out to achieve or what you're wanting to do, okay? Because again, you know how some people can just be really spiteful like that and just shit all over your dreams just because they can, right? You mustn't allow the misery of other people to trample all over the beautiful life that you're creating, okay? Listen, if you got dreams, you got aspirations, fucking go for them, right? And to hell with what everyone else thinks about it or says about it. It literally says there, only you can accept or reject your dreams, right? No one else has got the authority to basically try and convince you that, I don't know, that your dreams or your aspirations are wrong or anything like that, okay? Aries, this is your life. You're the one that has to live with the consequences, not them, right? There's, like I said, this energy almost always comes out whenever someone is being bitter or spiteful or envious or anything like that, okay? And honestly, Aries, as a person, I am sick and fucking tired of other people doing this to folk. Like, I'm so sick and tired of other people destroying the dreams and the aspirations of others. Like, I can't stand to see that going on. It really, really does get my back up. So it is your responsibility here, Aries. Yes, in a way, to try and rise above it. Okay, rise above the fact that someone is trying to drag you down or pull you down to their level. Okay, you have to rise above it, because ultimately, if you don't, the one that is going to suffer is going to be you, right? And we mustn't allow that to happen. Okay, your dreams here are very, very important to you. Therefore, you really should fight for it, I guess. Okay. And again, with that being in your blind spot, it indicates to me that these issues are coming from an individual that you would never have expected those issues to have come from, right? Okay, so can you tell us more about Aries blind spot? Again, it could also just be life being the way that life is sometimes. Disappointing, right? Something might not work out the way that you're either wanting it to or needing it to, at least not initially. But providing that you persevere and keep going, it will come to fruition eventually. Okay. So again, just keep an open mind as to how that energy is going to manifest for you. Okay. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Do you see that? A total lack of interest in what everyone else is doing, in what everyone else is saying. Okay, it's very much not taking on negative energies. Okay, yeah, see the Six of Swords moving on, right? I don't know why that camera's not focusing again. There it is. So yeah, being able to move forward completely unburdened, right, in your blind spot. So this one is all about accepting any sort of lessons that came through the experiences this week, not carrying any sort of connected trauma with you, but just carrying the lessons with you. Okay, Aries, this is also indicating, again, because it's in your blind spot, that providing you ignore any and all incoming negativity or criticism, things are going to get a lot easier for you here. Okay, because the Six of Swords is smoother sailing after troubled times. Okay, so you're starting off your reading with the troubled times still being active, and then in your blind spot, things are being sorted, things are being resolved. Okay, things are getting easier for you, right? What it is that's working out for you, circles, clarity begins in the eye of the storm. So clarity begins in the eye of the storm. When you're in the thick of it, when you're in that troublesome moment, the eye of the storm, everything does get a lot clearer, such as the way that we were contributing to making things worse for ourselves. That becomes a lot clearer while the troubles are going on, right? The way that others are contributing to the difficulties, that becomes a lot clearer, right? The things that are no longer sustainable, all of that becomes crystal fucking clear while you're in the eye of the storm. Now, I absolutely love the way that this card is illustrated, because there is no storm in this card. Okay, yes, the clouds are looking a little bit dark, but you've got this gorgeous what looks like a sunset to me, just because of the depth of color. You've got this gorgeous sunset, and then you've got this beautiful scenery here where there's like a couple of children that are, I don't know, are they dancing with each other? And then this beautiful white horse, and remembering that white horses are symbols for freedom of spirit. Okay, and then this, it's not, what is that? Oh, it's a crone. I nearly said maiden, but it's not a maiden, it's a crone, which indicates wisdom, life experience, okay? So the combination of the white horse and the crone is saying, look, what's working for you this week, Aries, is recognizing that, you know, you're too long in the tooth these days to listen to other people's bullshit. Right, you're a lot wiser than that. There is this strong determination that you have to hold on to your independence and your independent thought, okay, and the freedom for you to choose things for yourself, right? And all of that has come through wisdom. So you know how children can be quite malleable? Well, you're not, okay? Because energetically, I'm not calling you old, but energetically, you are the crone because you're wiser than this youthful energy here, right? They've still got a lot to learn, basically. And fair enough, like, we all still learn with every single passing day. But the point is, the stage of your life that you're at right now, you have learned a long time ago not to bend to the will of others, especially when the will of others would see harm done upon you. Okay, which is literally what your reading is all about. And when you're in the eye of the storm, that is really going to be evident to you. And I mean, that's a beautiful, friendly atmosphere in that card, right? Which was the point I was trying to make. It's very chill, it's very relaxed, it's very friendly, it's warm, right? So I feel, Aries, that also what is going to work for you is you confiding in certain individuals that you know have got your back, okay, that you know are going to be supportive. When in doubt, get other people's opinions, but also keep in mind to take other people's opinions with the understanding that their opinions are likely going to be biased, right? I honestly feel like some sort of validation for you at the moment, Aries, is going to be very beneficial, okay? Not that you need validation, it's just sometimes, especially in situations like this one, where I do very much suspect somebody is trying to be a bit of a bully here towards you, or they're trying to push you out or something like that. I do very much suspect that you're needing a second opinion, okay? Because you could be sitting there going, am I the asshole by overthinking this? Am I the asshole by feeling hurt or by feeling offended at this, right? And from what I can make out, you're not, okay? But what might help you out is hearing that from someone else, someone that is close to you. So discuss it with them and see what they say to it, okay? That is really going to help you out. And furthermore, in times of difficulties, is really the moment when those who are truly, truly your friends are evident, okay? And of course, those who are never meant for you in the first place, they will also be under the microscope as well. It's always in our most difficult moments, isn't it? When the real ones and the fake ones are revealed. Okay, so there's also a message here about that. And obviously, as hard as that is in the moment, to try and see the blessing behind that as well, okay? Because there's nothing worse than having a bunch of fake people around you, do you know what I mean? And when the storm is revealing the fake people, be glad of that, even though it's painful, be glad of that. And then you've got the sun, which is healing, it's growth, optimism, positivity, right? The sun will shine again. Do you know what I mean? What's working for you? Everything about this week, Aries, and the difficulties that this week brings with it is ultimately contributing to your growth, okay? And I'm sorry if that sounds cheesy or anything like that. it's not supposed to, okay? I feel that Spirit's wanting to draw your attention to this because they're wanting to give you hope, especially at this time where it feels like you're needing hope more than anything right now, okay? And Spirit's giving you that hope, and they're saying, like, dawn of a new day, all right, that there is growth, there is optimism, there's freedom, there's beauty and warmth, right? All part of the sun energy. Yeah, so that's what's working for you, trying to remain optimistic. Now you've got all of these cards that have come out off balance. You've got the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Wheel of Fortune, and they've all come out off balance for what is working for you. There's a huge shake-up that's going on here, Aries. Now it could be within a relationship or an important connection, okay? It could be a huge shake-up that is going on when it pertains to your own spiritual and or religious beliefs, okay? Again, just take it as it resonates. There's powerful shake-ups that's going on, and it's not without reason, okay? The reasons behind what I can see here that these shake-ups are happening is due to possibly your creativity was being suppressed, your thought process was being suppressed, your happiness was being suppressed, your enjoyment in life was also being suppressed. Anything and everything that was contributing to suppressing your enjoyment of life is exactly what's being shaken up, okay? So you're headed towards much better times. That's what I can say here, Aries. How this is likely going to play out: presence of absence. Hold what is absent in the present of your life. Okay, so hold what is absent in the presence of your life. That would be the equivalent of like the Five of Cups in traditional tarot. Okay, so presence of absence. Clearly there is an individual here who is grieving the loss of someone, right? And interestingly enough, the shelf behind her is empty. There's just like one picture, empty shelf, another picture there, two pictures there, and then not really much else that's going on in that card, okay? So I feel where this, like, yes, you could be saying goodbye to someone, right? I don't know in what context, okay? There are certain things that I will not predict because it is against my ethics. I will not do it and have never done it, okay? So that, as I said, I don't know in what context there is a loss, right? But it indicates that if there is anything like that going on, then you've known about it for a while, okay? Now this could also be you parting ways with another individual, right? Again, could be romantic, could be professional, could be familial, right? Just agreeing, like, it's not working, parting ways, okay? There's something like that here that's going on with this energy, right? And to hold on to what is absent in the presence of your life, it's that bittersweet energy of, well, it's fucking awful that it's, you know, different now, that it's ended, that it's over. However, I will always be grateful for the memories. That's what the photographs are all about. I will always be grateful for the memories during this experience, and that's what you're going to hold on to. You're going to hold on to the beautiful memories, right? And the thing with memories, Aries, nobody can take them away, okay? Your memories will be with you forever. right? Yeah, see the Four of Wands. So creating stability and abundance in your life once again, right? You reaching a significant milestone here, having friends around you, family, community, stability, right? And you creating this beautiful home, this beautiful life for yourself, and of course for anyone else who's wanting to share that with you. Okay, that's all Four of Wands energy. Yeah. So you absolutely are gonna recover, okay, with the Chariot. The Chariot's the card of victory. It's forward momentum, right? The combination of these two is saying times are a-calling. Times are a-calling. Now, I'm not exactly fully aware of what they mean by times are a-calling. My understanding of that would possibly be, okay, so you're going to make it, Aries. You're going to make it. The times are recalling you. Obviously, things are not going to be the same, right? Things have changed up here. The times are recalling. So things are getting better. Things are getting brighter. Remember, the Chariot is a card of victory, forward momentum, right? Is you balancing everything out. See, with the black horse and then the white horse, it's a balance, right? It's you balancing out everything that had been, you know, a bit rocky there for a hot minute, right? You feeling a lot more stabilized, if you will, and you reaching the goals that you set out for yourself here also. Okay, strongest overall message is the Queen of Swords energy, right? That's very, very smart, very intelligent, very honest, fair, clear, very logical as well, independent, right? Which again, your independence, that has been mentioned a couple of times in this reading, and I do feel that has been the topic of conversation that Spirit's wanting to draw to your awareness this week, is all about your independence, your right to choose for yourself, your right to decide for yourself. And I'm convinced now that we've seen this Queen of Swords as the strongest overall energy for your reading, that still remains the case, okay? There absolutely has been something or someone that has been almost sapping the joy out of your life here a bit, and that's being resolved, it's being dealt with, okay? It doesn't make it any easier though, because it does feel like there's a bit of a difficult process that is currently ongoing for you, okay? Can you have a healing message for Aries, please? Okay, right. Moonlight Serenade, and it says to change your tune, which is all about changing your perspective, okay? Let me see if I can find this one. It's number 70. Right, let's take a look. Okay, it says you may need to change your tune. Have you been harping on and on about the same old thing? Well, maybe you've had to, Aries, because that typically tends to happen when nobody's listening, right? Have you been finding yourself trying to convince someone else, look, this isn't working, that's not working, I'm not happy, na 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 na, and they've been ignoring you? Do you know what I mean? That's very much how this energy is coming across to me. That maybe you've been ignored time and time and time again, and now this week you've reached that pivotal level where you're like, do you know what, fuck this, I cannot afford to be ignored anymore, because now this is affecting my mental health as well, okay? So, is it time for you to change things up? Maybe you've been a little too frantic and it's time to slow things down. Stop and hear the music of the spheres, the planets. Could it be that you need to change your mind or have a change of heart or update your opinion? Is it time to choose love over fear? It's so easy to get stuck in particular ways of communicating. Maybe the person that you need to get through to now will respond in a way that is more to your liking if you sing a different song. In other words, try a new tactic. Have you been obsessing? If so, then stop. And remember, when you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at change. Make sure that you're not being too stubborn. Holding your ground sounds good, but there's nothing wrong with admitting when a new tactic is being called for, and one may well be called for now. Look at your question from a new perspective. Don't be afraid to admit if you were wrong. Allow someone else to take the lead. Focus on the good things in life. Relax a little. And then it says, to be in the flow with someone, personally or professionally, we need to listen to them and get ourselves in harmony rather than trying to have it all our own way. Yeah. Do you know what, Aries? Going by the context of your read, I definitely get the impression that you're the one that's not been getting listened to. I really do. And obviously you can't force other people to change, or you can't force other people to listen, right? But you can disconnect yourself from the person or the situation, though. All right. Right, so let's take a look at some wonderful words of wisdom from the TUES Tarot for a little bit of cheeky, light-hearted fun at the end of your reading, okay? New fucking love is coming, or a deeper love of a current relationship, okay? Get advice from someone who knows their shit. Yeah, that's that second opinion that we picked up on. Okay, Aries, you definitely do need to get a second opinion here from those who are either professionals or from those who know you, okay? Are you fucking crazy? Say no. All right, so yeah, that's in regards to them trying to shatter your dreams or your ambitions here, right? Never, ever, ever, and I mean this from the very depths of my heart, Aries, never, ever, ever allow another person to trample all over your creations or your dreams, your aspirations, right? Never give your power away like that, okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Also, please don't forget to check out Otter Spirit as well. All of their information is also down below in my description box. They are amazing, amazing, fantastic supporters of our channel, and they have been for a very, very long time. I swear by their jewelry. It's so beautiful. So yeah, go check them out too. If that reading was helpful for you, Aries, I definitely would appreciate a cheeky wee like on the video. That's going to send signals to YouTube that you do enjoy my content and you do find it beneficial for you. And so the next time I upload a fresh video, you're far more likely going to be recommended that. So thank you very much for all of your kindness and your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.